afternoon, students. As we spoke about, this is a mock GD for your A section batch 2. Uh, First of all, please make sure that you all speak, show your participation, and try to make sure that you come out with the best points. And the topic for today is importance of sports. I would give you 30 seconds, and whomsoever wants to start can start by calling out your name. You have to introduce yourself for the first time. Then you can start presenting. Are we clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So shall we start, sir?
Please go ahead. Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mohammad Yusuf. So I'm from MBA first semester. So I'm here to present some of the views on the importance of sports. That kind of a thing. So that should be inculcated by everyone in their life. So as sports has an importance regarding the physical fitness, it also has the importance regarding the mental fitness. It also tells us about the importance of usage of time in the life, and it also tells us about the leadership qualities that are built up by the leaders while they are into the sports. And sports is not only plays important role in individual's life, but also it tries to develop individual in making the decisions. So as per my perception, sports is very important in everybody's life, as it plays an important role in all the 360-degree matter in individual's life. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shiva Prakash. I am from MBA second sem. So I do agree with the points which Yusuf told. So I like to add some more points regarding this importance of sports. So importance of sports is something which we need to practice it from the earliest stage of our life, because sports is nothing but which we can't start at any moment, but then it should be at early stage. So it should be from a school, a childhood level. So sports can be implemented practically from the school, even though they are teaching us a physical education in our schools and colleges. But then too, the mark should be allotted based on our performance in our sports. So that will be much more impact, and it can be physically and mentally strength will be able to all of. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, to the teachers and the students. Hi, I'm Mohammad Jubail Ahmed Sharif, pursuing my first year MBA from the New Horizon College of Engineering. So, to first begin with, I would like to go in the process of order, like importance of fitness and mental health. First, I would say sports plays a very vital role in a person's physical appearance, as it gives them a fitness and mental stability. It develops our motor skills, mind-hand coordination, our cardiovascular and our fitness, our breathing control, breath control, etc. For example, there are various sports which help us in various ways. For example, a cricketer who's good at who's a bowler, he'll have a good, better bone density. A swimmer or an athlete, runner, they'll have a better breath control and hello, they'll have a better breath control and fitness and stamina, etc. So I would like to request anyone else if they can add some more points on the health benefits of sports.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pooja R, MBA A section. According to my point of view, sports has to be a part of curriculum in every school. Sports is very helpful in studies also, apart from keeping ourselves fit and maintaining our physique. To give an example, if a student plays and chess, the student first focuses on that game, and also it helps him to concentrate. Concentration level also increases, and it also help him to keep him in oneself, or hold him in a oneself for a more time. Without concentration, students lose their game, so it helps oneself to improve their concentration level. That will be very helpful during the studies, also the learning. So physical training and exercises is important to keep ourselves active and fit. So I think importance of sports is important in everyone's life.
So to add up some more points to all of you all is that sports not only guides us in physical or mental health. It also it creates a feeling of nationalism, which is very important for a person. So, so sports has that power. It is a common thread that binds people together, and it also helps in, developing a feeling of patriotism in everyone's life. It also teaches about the unity that can counter, religion, factionalism that is followed nowadays in the country. So it is a common way to come up with a different aspects of life, to different religion, different caste, different creed, wherein everybody are equal when we take part in sports. That too increases the patriotism, which is very much important for a person or anyone's individual's life.
Excuse me, ma'am, Jubail here. I would like to add some more points to Pooja and Yusuf's points. I would say, like as Pooja said, it helps a child's growth mentally. Even I totally completely agree with it, because so sports and mental fitness and physical activities help a lot in mental stability and mind coordination. It freshens the mind and helps a child achieve better in the future courses. And coming from Yusuf's point of view, sports is like that platform in our country where any individual from any background can relate to it. For example, two people from two different backgrounds, they don't have anything in common.
Exactly.
Also, they can have a conversation based on sports, on cricket. As in boys, especially, there's like it's just with the flow. Anyone talks about cricket or football, and you can start a conversation. It helps you socialize, etc. And at the same time, the benefits of sports are like leadership. It helps your coordination skills, team spirit, teamwork, etc. For example, if you're a captain of a team, it shows your leadership skills. You have to identify the other player's skills, his particular talent, which he's good at. With, for example, taking football, who is a good goalkeeper, who can play front, who can play mid on, etc. So this enhances your leadership skills also, and also your coordination with all the team members, team management. You have to manage all the members of your team. You have to take all of them, bring unity, develop that positive attitude in the team, etc. All this basically helps to improve our own skills, all our leadership qualities and the gestures, etc.
Exactly. I too agree with you, Jubail. To add up few more points to your point of view. So as we are management students, we are learning the management skills through the books. But when we are into sports, what happens? We practically learn the strategies that are owned by the counterpart. We try to
Right, right.
gather the strategies from the opposite side or the counterpart, and we try to implement our own strategies towards there. So I personally believe that rather than learning from books, what sports does is that it clearly gives us a practical knowledge, which is very much important for individual's life.
Yeah, I completely agree, Yusuf. And this also helps us, like when we are in sports, we need to, it helps us brainstorming also. For example, I'll explain things with an example so that it's better to understand. Suppose you are in the last over of a session of a sports season, and it's up to the captain. He has to take a collective decision who can place well, etc. So it helps us in critical
Exactly,
thinking and
exactly.
brainstorming and how you handle the current crisis practically. Anybody else, please share your views.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Pawan. So when we talk about importance of sports, four things come to my mind. The first one is entertainment. Second one is health. Third one is personality development. Then money. So when the sports has been started, it all started with entertainment. Then it went on to health, personality development. Then and later on, the competition between two people, two states, two countries turned sports into a money making one. So that money making can be positive and negative. Both impact can happen. So when in that four important things, when if we consider which will remain permanent, one is that the health and the personality development. So as we being human beings, we should understand, keeping aside all the temporary things and focusing on the permanent things, which will make us better, will be benefit for in future or anything. So I would prefer, when we think about sports, focusing on health and personality development should be our first priority always. Thank you.
Exactly. I too agree with you, Pawan. So to add up few more points to your view, what I say, we might know about the coronavirus, which is a deadly virus that has entered our country, and it is taking a lot of lives on the earth. So what happens when we talk about physical fitness or the health issues? So when we be a sports person, what happens, that ability to fight the pandemic disease like corona, so it is automatically developed by our mechanism of our blood, or mechanism of our body when we try to see. So physical fitness or the health issues, it should be improved only when we implement the sports into our life. So the body gets enough of energy to fight out those viruses or the foreign bodies that are entering into our bodies. So as per everyone's perception, as it improves the physical health, so physical health, also the mental health to fight out the diseases. So this sports also plays a very important role in fighting the diseases like corona and H1N1 flu, so all of the diseases.
Completely agree with Yusuf and Pawan. I'd like to add some more point is basically what Yusuf means is immunity.
Yes, yes, exactly,
Immunity level of an athlete is way higher than any normal person like us because of
exactly,
their
exactly,
activity and their metabolism rate, etc. And they'll be able to
exactly.
fight out viruses like this. And coming to the economic aspect, as a country in India over here, cricket is like a religion over here, where people are diehard fans of an Indian match or IPL, etc. So this also adds to the economy. For example, there are a lot of viewers who go and want to watch the match personally in stadiums. This is a huge economy, a growth in the economy, a boost in the economy, as we can say. Then the live IPL streaming, the Sony Pictures and all, as I had said, in 2008, they bought it for 800 or 850 crores, the digital partnership,
Exactly.
but now to renew it, they have spent around
Yeah.
11,480 crores. All this adds to the economy, the growth, overall sales increases. Considering the economic aspect of sports, it plays a vital role in a country's economy. Be it like any country like India or US, any other country, everywhere there's a sport, a national game, where actually there's not a specific like national game. For example, in India we have hockey, but we have largest viewership for cricket, followed by football, and then growing. So
Exactly, exactly.
I agree. I suggest that I think the economy has a very vital role. Sports has a vital role on economic and the boost of economy of any nation. Personally,
Yes, exactly, Juvel. I too agree. So when we talk about economy, so keep aside aspect of economy. Let me tell you like this. Sports has a ability to create a global community. So sports is not only restricted for a country or any of the nation. So what happens when we take part in sports, we represent a country. So like this, each and every country throughout the world, what happens, they represent their own country. Like this, when we go for sports like Olympics and a World Cup, it promotes actually a universal brotherhood, and it gives a sense of belonging to a larger community or a global community. So it not only ties a relationship between any two person, but sports has the ability to connect all through the global level. So it creates a global community all through the world.
completely agree with you, Yusuf. I would like to add some more points on the global community. As we've seen now, sports, there is Paralympics, then there's Wimbledon, where sports is not restricted only to men and the fit generation. It says that sports is like anyone can play, anyone can achieve. It's just the determination you need to have.
Exactly,
Like
exactly, exactly,
women, the Paralympics is the best example we can say, wherein people who are to be honest, we cannot say they are underprivileged or disabled. We should use the right word as differently abled. Even they have been given
exactly.
an opportunity to come out with their spirits, their choices. So sports has played a very important and a vital role in everyone's life, not just fit and active people. It brings out that energetic and of fighting spirit between an individual.
I want to conclude this topic. So, according to a great personality, Nelson Mandela, what he says, sports has the power to change the world. So, if you look across this saying, what happens? There are a lot more of people who are zero in their initial stages. If you consider Virat Kohli, if you consider Sachin Tendulkar, or whomsoever for that matter. So, it says sports has that power to change the world from 0 to 100. It has got each and every aspect of life which teaches us, and it also has a power to inspire everyone, and we can say that sports can create a hope across the countries. So sports is that ability to create awareness of mental health. It has power that can create awareness regarding the physical health. It can give us idea regarding the leaderships, all the decision making capacity of an individual. So what I say is that sports is that kind of a thing which guides individual in all the aspect of life and leads one to success in his life. Thank you.
I thank everyone for participating. Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome Sukanya Sandeep. She's there in the call right now. Ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you. I've been hearing you people, yes.
Thank you very much. You joined exactly just about a minute after the GD started, so I believe you
Okay.
saw the complete show. The stage
Yes.
is yours. I've already introduced about yourself, so thought just to save time.
All right.
Thank you very much for joining the call.
Okay.
The stage is yours, ma'am. Please.
My pleasure.
Good afternoon,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Good afternoon,
Good evening, ma'am.
everyone. How are you all doing?
ma'am.
Good,
Fine,
ma'am.
ma'am. How about you?
Fine, ma'am.
Great, thank you, thank you. So first of all, I'm sorry I had to keep you waiting for a long while. Again, the connectivity issues we all know. And I started, I started witnessing you people. The GD was on. I think Pooja was the person who was speaking when I was in. And yes, like you've been doing a good job. Good. All right, great. Good to know. So it's very simple. Like I only got a very few minutes of interaction with you people, and you were pretty much good to go. And though I'm just trying to iterate on a couple of things, very simple ones. So the GD is not as complicated as what we think it is, right? It's just like anything else. You just need to understand the rules. There are a couple of rules, very few rules, in fact. Okay, there may be a lot of protocols, but rules are very few. And it's very simple to win a GD. All you need to understand is GDs are basically conducted for three major things: your subject knowledge, your leadership skills, and your communication skills. Right? So this is common to any kind of a GD. And we all definitely know that GDs are not basically done to arrive upon a conclusion of something, right? So it's an analytical tool. They basically are employing us to talk and discuss just to get into, just to get a picture of how we are. So we don't necessarily need to bring in data, and we don't necessarily need to, be the one to conclude or decide or something of that sort. The point is, we need to understand that there has to be that leadership skill, number one, communication skill, number two, and subject knowledge. So I would first start with subject knowledge. I'm sure a lot of you who spoke had like real good hold over it. So the topic wasn't very complicated. It was pretty much simple to weave around. And but like I want to come to this point. Like we were discussing, I think it was Jubail or who was this? Yusuf. I'm not sure. Either of you were talking about the COVID time and then the sports,
Yes, ma'am.
and a lot of things. It was good. You know what's the best part about bringing in points like this? We are all in this pandemic period. So when something is happening, it's the hot news. Trying to touch that when you're doing a GD, trying to touch that point is almost like reaching everyone's mind. So that's a very good thing to actually touch the current scenario. So it also shows that you're updated, right?
Right,
So that's point number one. Number two would be, for example, we're talking about some topic. Assume, let's say the topic was as a whole about the pandemic, or let's say the lockdown, not the pandemic, but the lockdown. So that is the topic. If the topic, the diameter of the topic is, let's say, just the lockdown, but you need to prepare on a lot more than that. Always remember, the topic should be the core of what you need to know. It shouldn't just be something very specific. For example, lockdown. Why is this lockdown? What happened? And then COVID-19 arises, right? So how did this happen? Where did it start? What was the history? What's the politics behind this? What are the controversies behind that? Who are the people who are influenced with this? And who are the people who influence these situations? So what is happening globally? All these need to be understood. And general knowledge is very important. So for which, again, consistent reading is important, right? We can't just read things just before the GD. That never works, never works. So consistent reading habits are very important. And when I say reading, it has to be updation, the current affairs, reading books, reading magazines. And again, magazines is, don't go for the fanciful magazines because they're all full of advertisements and they're all influenced, right? They are all kind of biased. So go with magazines which are more powerful, which are more content oriented, which have less of advertisements. They will run for a purpose, right? So that's much about the subject knowledge. And another thing I see when you were discussing was there were a couple of you who had good content, but the confidence level was a little low. So I should
Yes,
say
ma'am.
the first thing, like leadership skills covers confidence as a whole. A leader has to be confident, right? Do you all agree?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so it's very imperative that we need to be confident. Whatever we are saying, we have to say it with confidence. And remember, whatever you're speaking, it has to sound believable. For example, like my name is Sukanya Sandeep, you guys know it. For example, I'm like, my name is Sukanya Sandeep. And do you think that it's Sukanya Sandeep here speaking to you? There's a
No, ma'am.
little bit of contradiction, right? It's my own
Yeah.
name. You guys know that is me. But when I'm saying it like my name is Sukanya Sandeep, and I'm like, is she doubtful about her name? Definitely, that's the mindset that we all get. So
Yes,
whatever
ma'am.
you say in a JD, you have to believe it, for which you need to know it. And if you need to know something, you need to prepare it, right? So confidence doesn't just come up, it comes with your preparation. So remember to have good confidence when you're speaking, believe in what you're saying, even if by chance you say something that is not true or right. Okay? And by chance you kind of said it out. Stay by that. Don't change your stand. It's very important. You know why it's important to stay by that? Because no one understands what you have undergone within. So it's likely that people will think that you have kind of changed your mind after listening to the others, which is not any good sign, right? So even by
Yes,
chance
ma'am.
you've said something, stand by that point till the end of it, right? We all
No.
need that eye contact. Like humans were basically driven by a lot of values, and another thing is validation. We all need validation. We only feel very important when people look at our eyes. Luckily, when we look at the camera, it's like looking into all the others' eyes. So practice speaking by looking at the lens, camera. Okay, that's very important. And do not like stoop over, do not lean over, do not have your hands all over your face or something. Just sit straight, keep your shoulder erect. When you sit like that, automatically your voice will also be very good and you will also feel a little powerful. So
Right.
maintaining
Yes,
that
ma'am.
posture is very important. I'm sure we don't have to have like a full standing posture, because online is just all about your, your chest level visibility. So you just need to make up that at that point, right? So it's as simple as that. But what matters is the presentation here, right? So you have to ensure that you're just sitting straight, you have your face right up like this, and do not like bend over, do not slant, do not use your face. Yeah, do not use your fingers, or just sit erect, right? And keep looking at the person. And if you think there is going to be some distraction or something, always keep yourself muted, all of that, right? And clothing, I'm sure this is not applicable right now, but definitely when you're doing an online thing, always when we want to become perfect, it comes with practice. So even when we are doing something, we're dummy running our sessions, we're dummy running our practices, GD, whatever, ensure that you're all dressed up. It sounds funny, it sounds, maybe not very comfortable, but you're hearing this from an image consultant. So I can bet you it makes a lot of impression. The way you dress, right? The way you dress will make you feel very different, right? The clothing has a lot of power over you. So if you dress
Yes, ma'am.
appropriately, you will relate more to that role that you're presenting. Imagine how we all feel when we wear something new, when we wear something good, right? So automatically when you're in your t-shirts, you'll be very sporty. When you're wearing a formal, you become very rigid, very responsible kinds, right? So if you want to give that image, just wear a collar shirt, like a full sleeve or something like that. We never want to understand what you're wearing for your bottom. That's up to you. But we want to ensure that what is being presented on the top is very important, and that gives that official, like if not a very professional, but like a decent official look, right? So these are the general things that I thought I could touch upon and cover when we're doing a GD. And the next thing, very important, last thing, listening is also equally important, right? In a GD, so it's very important to listen when the others is speaking, because number one, you will have points coming up from the others. Number two, that will give you a lead Number three, listening also shows, respect, and that is also part of the communication skill. Number four, by listening and just paraphrasing what others are saying, you could make a better point. So listening also has some scores, and pay attention to it. Never speak when someone else is speaking until they stop and give you the chance. In case it happens to become a fish market, people are all starting over, everyone is over, each other's voice. Do not do anything. Just be silent. There. Don't be a person to raise your voice in between that. Right? The more gentle you are, the more easiest it becomes in a GB. Right? So it's very simple. Summing up: subject knowledge, listening, the way you look, the way you pitch your voice, the way you face the camera is very important. Just follow the rules. Yeah. I hope this helps.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Excuse
So
me, ma'am. I have a
stop
doubt,
this
ma'am.
one.
I
Sure,
have a doubt, ma'am.
please, jump in. Yes.
Ma'am, like Pawan told, we have to keep a GD simple so that others, everyone understand. My point of view is we have to put in our best knowledge. That's where, because this is an elimination round, we have to prove ourselves as our best, and we have to put our best knowledge. And apart from that, also, if we are doing a GD for a discussion or to bring in something, if we are just keeping it simple, we are not getting any benefit out of it. Whereas if we put in a deep knowledge, others will
Thank
learn
you so
from it
much for
also.
bringing that up, Julian. Thank you so much. I wanted to
Welcome.
mention that somehow I kind of slipped out on that. Pavan was right when he said you have to make it simple, but that doesn't mean you have to speak less, because group discussion is all about discussion, and no
Right.
discussion can be simple. It has to be complex, not complicated, but complex. Right? So your ideas has to come in a more expressive way, because we are looking at the communication skill, your mode of looking at that topic, the leadership skills, and your subject knowledge, right? So it has to be a complex communication,
Exactly.
but not complicated, right? So it can't be simple. If you're simple, it's very imminent that you'll be removed the first, right? So you should not keep it simple. You have to keep it like bold, straight, assertive, right? And not aggressive.
Yes, ma'am.
Simple.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions?
All right. Thank you very
My
much
pleasure.
for your valuable input, Sukanya ma'am. I really appreciate your precious time and came down and joined the call against all the odds, to be honest. Now, I would like
Not a
Sunita
problem.
ma'am.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
No, it's ma'am. It's perfectly all right. We are on track. It's totally fine. Uh, uh, I would like to ask Sunita ma'am to just add in her inputs. I really want Sunita ma'am to share her feedback on this. Sunita ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am?
Thank you very much. And Sukanya, thank you so much. You covered almost everything. So I'm going to limit my views only and only to this discussion which took place, because generally whatever has to be covered has been very beautifully covered by Sukanya. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, let's
My
move on.
pleasure, ma'am.
See, my feedback would be from the point of view of recruiters, because I come from that side, right? I would like to give you people speak into what the industry thinks, what do the HR people think. Now, see, one thing that you people have to understand is the HR or the technical, it can be a technical GD as well, but very rarely, but usually it is for the HR purpose. So, an HR would like to look at your ability and your personality. When it comes to ability, skill, and your subject knowledge, when it comes to your personality, an HR would like to understand what kind of a person you are. Now, that can be done through the way you speak, the way you put your points across. Now, here, when it comes to this particular GD, I will be sharing my points, what I felt if I were to be a recruiter. Now, see here, the topic was importance of sports. Yes. Now here, people started talking about the importance of sport. Of course, the communication here was good. The enthusiasm level was really good. People were proactive. People were positive. All these points were there, and people wanted to talk. There was a what should I say? They were proactive. Discussion enthusiasm was there. One thing that I noticed was, see, the importance of sports can be discussed from many what should I say, angles. But I saw people discussing the importance of sports only and only from the personal point of view until Pawan came into the discussion. When Pawan came, he gave a new dimension to the discussion, but he spoke very less. He should have spoken a bit more. Anyway, he gave a very beautiful dimension. That is when everyone else started thinking in other angles as well. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
Participants?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I just wanted to keep it simple, so I spoke less, ma'am. I thought of keeping it like I just want to convey this thing which will be understood by everybody, so I spoke less, ma'am. That's all. That's why I spoke less.
Good. Whatever you did is right. You gave the angle of entertainment, you gave the angle of commercial. Uh, you started looking at sports from commercial point of view, from what should I say, entertainment point of view, from health, personality development, everything. So that is when all the others, and I should appreciate everybody here. Almost every one of you took cue and started discussing in that. That was a very beautiful thing to notice. So what I suggest is always try to apply a strategy of say maybe general and specific. Maybe you can look at the topic from a general point of view and then narrow down to the specific or the vice versa. For example, importance of sports to a country, to a community, to a family, to a person. All these things could have been discussed, but then I don't say that whatever you did is wrong. You did a very beautiful thing. Only thing your angular view was narrow in the beginning, and then yeah, it widened. So that is one improvement that you people can bring in. But otherwise, I felt it was a very beautifully discussed session. And yeah, of course, improvement room for improvement is always there. Nobody reaches the pinnacle the very first step. So you all can keep improving, keep watching. As Sukanya said, practice, practice. So keep watching. There are n number of videos on YouTube. Keep watching, keep understanding. Try to understand from the point of view of the recruiter. That is it. And just be yourself. Whatever you want to say, be yourself. Start thinking from every angle. That's it. Thank you so much, and all the very best to all.
I really thank, especially I would like to thank Dr. Somya and also like to thank Dr. Sheenan also who's been supporting us. Today, there are two master trainers with us, and my job was easy, to be honest. I, being the one who's been talking a lot to these kids, I thought it a next dimension. Thank you very much, Sunita ma'am and Sukanya ma'am. You've been here on this call for such a long duration and putting a lot of light on points that our students really wanted to actually learn and understand. Thank you very much for all your help and support. It's my hearty thanks from our department as well, ma'am. We will look forward to get you into another calls very soon. I know your inputs would really help other students also from other departments. Thank you very much, students. Thanks for your time. It has been a great show. I hope you have learned a lot. Keep in mind the inputs that you get. It is nothing about we are pinpointing a negative thing. It is just an improvement area where you need to work and become a better person. We'll all have that one thing in our mind. Well, am I good or bad? There's nothing good and bad. Just be yourself. I said, just stick to your instinct. Whatever that you know about the topic from your point of view, there's nothing perfect, but just speak your heart out. Are we clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you very much. Yes. Is there anyone
Sir, if we
else?
still have time,
Hmm?
sir, if we still have time, can Kanya ma'am and Sunita ma'am give personal inputs for me so that I could learn and develop much better? If we have
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah, so Kanya ma'am, you would like to share something about Jubail's presentation?
Sure.
Yes, I would. Because that he's also asking, but it's really good to,
Good.
Uh,
Yeah.
Jubail, I think you had a very good, communication. So you have a good communication skill. It's quite strong. You have a strong communication, and you were quite assertive when you were framing your sentences. Assertive is a real good tool to use when you're communicating because it kind of like goes across to everyone in the appropriate way, right? So it's very good habit that you have. I've been actually noticing your statements. Your statements are very assertive. They are not, they're not normal. So it's very good to have such language. And number three, you sound very confident in the way you present your ideas. And there's a very thin line, when you appear arrogant and you kind of be aggressive, but you kind of maintain that confidence through what. The only thing that I thought probably is when you're speaking, sometimes you tend to kind of rush up, go a little more faster. It happens because we are in a spree, we have people around all waiting to speak. So you might want to use.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
ma'am. Can you just throw a light on my performance, ma'am? Yusuf, yeah, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
She has a network issue right now. I think she'll be back again. Don't worry.
See, one thing I should say is, see, all of you are good speakers. I don't have any problem with your communication. All of you are good speakers. All your choice of words are good. I don't have any problem with that. And one good thing that I would like to point here is the minute there was a new thing introduced into the discussion, you all so quickly grasped it and started improvising on it. That was really amazing and very beautiful, very beautiful. Yeah. So if only you can widen your horizon of thoughts, yes, you all are going to be very good. Everybody for that matter.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually,
Ma'am.
Sunita ma'am, just for information, this is the first GD that they have done because only I
Oh,
gave them introduction. This is the
excellent.
first ever GD. Yeah.
Then that means going by the standards, they have done an excellent job, I should say.
Thank you very much.
Credit goes to Taylor, Ramesh sir,
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
and the
ma'am.
students as well.
Thank you very much, boys. You made
Credit to Ramesh sir, ma'am.
about. To be honest, I expected you over exceeded my expectation. To be honest, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think Sugani ma'am just sent me a message that she has some network issues. She's not able to resume the audio and video. So we can take this as a closing note here. Thank you very much for all of you to participate, and I hope we will all get together again in the next class. We'll improve our skills. Thank you, Sunita ma'am. Thanks for coming over. Richard sir. Thank you very much, Richard sir.
Yes, Ramesh, sir. All the best. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Have a great week. We'll see you again in the next week. Thank you very much.